Today's horoscope from Astro Academy, Taurus, November 14, 2022. There can be minor disagreements or confusion over money, shared resources, or friendship ties in the first half of the day. Even what would typically be simple decisions on another day can be a challenge now. Try to avoid either pulling out or overdoing, as neither extreme will get you closer to what you want. While situations could remind you of past upsets or hurts, they also have something to teach you, as the past doesn't always have to repeat itself. Consider that wants and desires may be a bit out of whack and avoid firm plans. Later today, you enjoy getting back on track with your daily routines. People are more supportive and might offer to lend a hand in a significant way. Drama is guaranteed to find you today. Your planetary ruler, mighty Saturn, will experience a violent clash of fire and ice with the glorious Sun now stationed in your solar 12th house of friendships and communities. This will make you feel drained, broken, and like you've lost all of your self-esteem, especially because bad news may appear regarding your friends, social network, or even an ex. You could feel blindsided and aghast, totally betrayed and furious. The best thing to do is to let the turmoil pass so you don't exacerbate an already toxic situation. Focus on whatever you feel proud of. You may have to consider who and what is worth being responsible for when the Sun in Scorpio squares Saturn in Aquarius. Find networking opportunities, a social media presence, or aspirations that fill you with pride. Being proud of who and what you represent can assist with feeling more secure in your endeavors. You may need to work on how comfortable you are pursuing unlikely opportunities or unusual connections, especially if your aspirations are somewhat out of your usual comfort zone. Try something new and see how it goes. After a friendly aspect to Saturn in your income sector yesterday, for the first time since his direct turn, the Moon will spend its final hours in your work sector aligned with Mars, for the first time since his retrograde turn here. Whether it is the green light that Saturn has given income matters or the doors Mars has opened to the past, second chances and untapped potential on the job front, the Moon is giving both a boost while highlighting the partnership between the two. Your personal quality is lifted up to new heights with the help of today's transit. It can increase your vitality while lessening your potential intensity. This is a good week to complete tasks and communicate with others about your expectations, failed or met. Treat your body with respect, rest, healthy diet, exercise, and you may find your reward is none other than sexiness. Yes, do your part and expect to be told you are attractive this week. Brace yourself for an incredibly intense day. It's an 12-day and your natural attributes will be greatly enhanced. It'll be your inner voice, intuition, and psychic sense that speak the loudest in most everything you do today. You'll need to control your emotions, as well, as there are sure to be more highs and lows than you normally experience. The best way to handle a day like this is by taking things as slow and easy as possible. Avoid stressful situations and do something especially nice for yourself. After a friendly aspect to Saturn yesterday, for the first time since his direct turn in your income sector, the Moon is spending its final hours in your work sector aligned with Mars, for the first time since his retrograde turn here. Since the Moon was last here, Saturn and Mars have both changed direction, but this is giving you a window into a team that is still working together, this time to unite new income and untapped job potential. There is every reason to move into the final weeks of this professional year with confidence. The Moon not only returns for its monthly visit to your relationship sector today but with perfect timing. This first visit since Jupiter retrograde back in your communication sector will make it easier to give your emotional responses, relationships, the past, and unsaid words a voice. At the same time, there is support from Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication. Our eyes in the sky. Saturn squares the Sun early this morning, and will have a greater sense of responsibility, duty, and structure. Attention will be focused on doing the most practical thing and whatever makes the most sense. Our emotional nature will ease into a more intense vibe. We could withdraw from socializing with loved ones and acquaintances. It can be harder to hold conversations under this influence, and avoiding important talks could lead to arguments. You will make a terrific new friend related to your job in some way. This valuable resource will be more important to you than you realize. This person is a little strange and awkward, but overall, he or she has valuable information that you can benefit from. What makes this a potential game changer and an opportunity for a major breakthrough for both you and your relationships is that this is the first total lunar eclipse in Taurus in 2 decades. What adds to this is the fact that the lunar eclipse peaks just as the moon aligns with Uranus, the planet of surprise, synchronicity, and the unexpected, and as the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are aligned in your relationship sector. This is the right trigger at the right time. Someone you work with will unexpectedly need your help. It is not necessary for you to completely drop everything for this person, but you should indeed try to help him or her. Work together and you will reach great success. Someone will pick you up and take you under his or her wing. This extra support will be of great benefit to you now. Don't resist this assistance. This boost is the exact key that you are looking for. Together you can soar to new heights. Protect your energy if you have to at this time. Be aware of your perspective amid other opinions. During this transit, we could be more likely to sacrifice our own needs and let people push their agendas on us. Focus on yourself to avoid uncomfortable moments with others at this time. Just after midnight, the Sun squares off with Saturn in Aquarius, putting us in a heavy headspace. We feel restricted, unable to act the way we want to. While the Sun is in Scorpio, all our desires and passions come into sharp relief. Yet, Saturn reminds us that we have obligations to others. It is not always about us, and we must work to earn our keep. It can also seem as though we are up against the clock now. Deadlines or time limits provoke extra stress, and instead of rising to the task, we look for vices to distract us. We are not above creating chaos, pulling the fire alarm to get out of taking the exam, so to speak. But our duties aren't going away. If we rise to the occasion, we can exit this period with a feeling of accomplishment. If we avoid our responsibilities, they will only catch up with us at a later date. This is something that at this time of year can energize both sides of the financial fence and act as a trigger. However, both sides are so ripe with potential and support it was only ever going to take the smallest trigger, and this is the granddaddy of them all. This could have unexpected implications across the income, work and career fronts, while a real breakthrough is possible on both sides of the financial fence. It is in the second half of the week that things will start to settle. Following this, the Gemini moon squares off with Neptune in Pisces, causing us to misread interactions and deceive ourselves. Our idealistic nature can be taken advantage of by those who sense our confusion and vulnerability. Yet, we are typically the ones who volunteer ourselves for disappointment by putting our trust in the wrong people. Exercise discernment to avoid compromising yourself.